Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia. I'm living in Bogota right now.
Bogota. What is Bogota? It's a city or what?
Yeah, that's the capital city of Colombia. So
Yeah.
that's where I am right now. But
Yes.
actually, I am from another city. I am
Where
from
are you from?
actually.
Pardon,
I
brother?
am. I am from Monteria, which is another city from Colombia. It's like
Yes, I.
on the north of Colombia. So I'm just like visiting Bogota, like trying to, getting to know new people and so on.
Yes, I see. I see. Well, nice to see you over here, brother. Nice to see you.
Thank you. So it is actually nice to meet new people like every day. That's actually something that I really like, I really love. So that's great.
Yeah, that's even me. That's really great that I can learn from from different people. I can learn a lot from different people. You know how we gonna communicate with unknown person. How we gonna better our communication skill by talking with other people. It's a great opportunity to talking with other people, like a different country, different religion, different region, different country, different state, different culture, you know.
Yeah, that's actually great. Something that sometimes we don't know. Well, things that we can hear it, we say, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
But that's why I really like to like get to know people from like
Mm,
everywhere, like
mm,
learning about the culture, as you said, and well, that's something really cool. For example, yeah, I'm not really familiar with the country, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? In which city do you live?
well, I see. I live in India, Surat, Gujarat. My state is Gujarat, and I live in Surat. This is my city, Surat. Surat is basically we produce a garment. Garment. Talking about this garment, we produce a huge amount of a garment, and we famous in a garment, and we famous in the raw diamond cutting. We are famous in a raw diamond cutting. We have polished 90% of the world's total diamond over here in my city, Surat. We polished. I'm not talking about we create. We polished the diamond. So you could say the Surat is a diamond city as well as a garment city.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
And
And
well,
yeah, tell me.
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I end my portion. Now it's your turn. Tell me about yourself.
Well, as I was mentioning, well, you may know, I am Alejandro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 25 years old. I really like, getting to know with people. I really like
Mhm.
reading about new cultures. Like, I really love like cooking. I really like that. Like, I
Mhm.
really like try new kind of food, things that I don't know.
Mhm.
That's really
Mhm.
cool to me. So basically, well, right now, well, as we are on the pandemic right now, we don't have that opportunity to go out. So basically, what I do is just stay at home these days, and yeah, everything that we do is just like by video calls and so on. So sometimes actually we celebrate the birthday on like or via video call because we cannot get together. That's something that we can get used to.
Virtual birthday. We celebrate virtual birthday.
Yeah, actually, on my last birthday, I have like a cake with me, and my mother
Yeah.
had her own, and my sister had the cake. So we like said the happy birthday on a video call. That's
I
something like
see.
I never thought that was gonna happen.
Yes, yes. What you do, Alejandro? What you do?
Well, I work as an agent in a call center.
Yeah, you work in a call center.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So
basically.
Which language are you speaking, spoken in a call center? Your local language or English?
English.
English. So
Yeah.
I have a question, Alejandro. That what do you think? How important English nowadays to communicate with the world? What do you think about English? Does it necessary, or it's kind of a hawk that it's kind of a bubble that people are creating? During from since lockdown, that English is nowadays is compulsory. What do you think about that?
Well, actually, I think that the importance of the English language is that, well, it is becoming the universal language, and
Mm-hmm.
in order to get access to knowledge, it is basically most of them in English. So everything like the research papers, like the articles and all that is basically in English. So that's basically the importance of the English language. That's basically like why we should learn at least like how to read in English and how to read and write. Because,
Mm-hmm.
for example, sometimes I have known people that they are really good at, for example, in research, in science research, and they have to ask someone else to translate the articles. They find articles and they have to ask someone else to translate them because they don't know how to get access to the information. So that's basically the most important of the English language.
What about you, dear Alejandro? What about you? Why you learning English? Like you know English, but what's your perspective? What are you gonna do in your life? What's your future plan related to English?
Well, at the beginning, I started because I wanted to I wanted to get to know people for all over the world, and yeah, well, without English, that's a little bit more difficult. And
Mm-hmm.
also, actually, yeah, I got a degree. I am an English teacher, actually.
You are English
Eh,
teacher?
yes,
Cool, cool.
yeah. So I got a degree, and then I wanted to like share all I know with like the people around me. And yeah, that's basically why I decided to learn English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. So, you're not working in a as a you're not working as a school teacher, isn't it? You're working in a call center.
Yes, because that's something like kind of funny because I worked for about 1 year as an English teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and that was actually my first job. Uh, that was a little bit difficult for me because I didn't know like I didn't have the skill like to handle a classroom, a really big classroom, which
Mm-hmm.
I had I have like 8 classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Each classroom had about 40 students,
Mm-hmm.
40, 41, even 44. That was the
Mm-hmm.
largest classroom. And that was a little bit difficult for me. The level of English was like a little bit low. So I felt that I was like losing like the language.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to go to the I decided to work in a call center because I wanted to practice more.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a year I was forgetting things. I was forgetting like my pronunciation was decreasing. I don't know why, but
Mm-hmm.
that happens. So I decided, well, I will like work in a call center for about 3 years. Then I will go back to school. And if I feel
Mm-hmm.
that I'm losing my language, then I will go
Mm-hmm.
back to the call center.
Mm-hmm.
So like keep like a balance.
Yes, yes, I think. So, what do you think? How you think that like teaching a small children is so quite difficult, especially a new language.
It is difficult because first, well, in my case, the students that I had, they were not interested. They didn't like learning English.
Yeah.
And as a subject, it was mandatory. So they didn't follow the instructions. They didn't want me to speak in English. They were all the time to speak in Spanish. Well, the thing is that if I spoke in Spanish, I have an accent from Monteria. That is an accent different from here to Bogota. So they didn't like the accent, even in Spanish. They didn't like that. So I didn't want to speak in Spanish because they didn't like my accent, and they didn't want me to speak in English because they didn't understand. So
Yeah.
so that's basically what drove me at that time, because I got the time that I didn't know what to do. Because like if I got one student interested, the rest they didn't want to do the homework. They didn't like my lessons, even though I every day I changed. I remember that I had to like when I arrived from school at 3 in the afternoon, then I had lunch, and then I had to like prepare the lesson for the next day. Also, I have to check the homework and all that, make me stay awake until like 1 a.m. in the morning, and I had to wake up at 4 and a half. So that was like really difficult.
Yeah, I see. I see. Well, Alejandro, what I feel that, if you are learning something, like I'm talking about in English, that if you are learning English, like you are on online class, or you are in a classroom with your local people, you have to speak in English only. That's how you can learn easily and quickly and instantly. You should not use a local language, like what's going on over here as well, that in India, like not only everywhere, most of the time, people are visiting spoken English classes, like online classes. Instead of talking in English, they used to speak in a local language to learn English. Well, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You have to speak, whether you are right, whether you are wrong, whether you're correct. You have to speak in English. With this kind of stuff, you can learn easily and quickly English. What do you think about that? Is that worth it?
Yeah, actually, that's the way we should learn, because if we are like, if, for example, in an English class and we speak in Spanish, we are only going to remember the rules. For example, the
Yeah.
grammar. That doesn't make sense. So if we like try to use English, and we like if the teacher speaks English all the time, per day, at least we're going to get one word. So imagine like the 365 days. So, but for example, 2 years, well, we should get something. I mean,
Yes.
and because like the necessity to communicate, that's what makes us speak. Because if we want to like say something and we say that on the mother tongue, well, we will never be able to speak in English.
Yeah, that's right. That's truly right, Alejandro.
Yeah. Just, there are some people that says like, well, I don't learn because they only teach grammar, and that's because in some cases it's because of that, because we're trying to teach grammar and we're trying to teach communication, because grammar is important as well. But if at the moment that we teach grammar, we do it in Spanish, well, that won't make like any difference.
Yeah. Do you think grammar is necessary? Do you think grammar is necessary for conversation English?
Yeah, well, it may depend on the purpose of your, like, on why you're learning in English. Because if you just want to be able to like communicate when you are in on vacation, that is
Mm-hmm.
not as much important. But if you're learning so that you can get like a degree or something like that, you do have to learn grammar because I mean, if you are like writing an essay, if you are like on speech, if you are presenting your thesis, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
without grammar, that will sound not that professional. So that
Yeah.
may depend.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with you. I'm utterly convinced with you. Well, it depends on the situation. It